look like you will be a perfect addition to our hardest feast.
Alright guys, in this week's video, we're gonna build this guy.
Collector's Minion.
Let's go. Alright guys, and before we get too far in this video,
Don't forget to like and subscribe.
it's your last chance to get in before we hit 100,000. Let's go.
What are you waiting for, huh? What are you waiting for?
Alright guys, and we're just gonna take a look at the box. This is the Collector's Minion, released at the end of 2023 from Spirit Halloween. Basically, there was a animatronic named the Collector, and this is his little minion. He does have different phrases than the original Collector because technically he is a different character. So if you want to pause and read or look at anything on the box, you're welcome to. But Mikey, you ready to get them opened up?
Yep.
All right, let's go.
I don't have a problem with small people. Okay? I don't. I just don't want you making my coffee. Because you're bad at it. You're bad at making coffee. You're too small. You're too small to make good coffee.
You know what? Up yours.
All right, let's just start pulling him out of his box. So here is his burlap sack. It's the first thing we see, the bloody burlap sack, I might add. The instructions look like they have had some rough days. Appreciate it, Spirit. All right, inside, look at this creepy looking dude, bro. I'm just gonna try to get this out of here. Hopefully I don't break it in the process. So let me get some stuff out of the way. You got him? Okay, let me see him. And here is the head. Such a cool looking mask. Really awesome. So can't wait to see him in action. All right, let's keep going, Mikey. All right, here comes a couple of poles, maybe like his legs. This is just like a 3-foot prop, I believe. I don't deafen anybody while I'm here. There is this control box. Saw his hands connected there. This looks like it's gonna be his clothing. It's kind of heavy for some reason. I don't know if it's just the outfit is heavy or what. There's his base. That's where we're gonna get started. And finally, what we have in here is we have a hip loop, and there's his AC adapter. Let's go ahead and get him built. All right, so we're gonna start building this guy. We're gonna start with step 1, which is having the base. The base, you wanna have the 2 connections in the back facing away from you or facing towards you. And then you wanna go ahead and find the 2 B poles and connect those to the top. So Mikey has already gotten those poles, so we're gonna go ahead and get these connected. We're only gonna connect one way. And you're gonna wanna make sure that they snap in place. Mikey's got his. And now if I can just go ahead and finish that up, Mikey. All right, and we're good. So we're gonna move on to the next step. Next, we're gonna get the control box. This looks like it's gonna be a very, very fast build.
Find control box at front of transporter.
All right, so we got our part with the control box. So I'm gonna go ahead and try to slide my in with one hand here. And you wanna kind of put it in to the button necessarily. You don't wanna put it all the way to where the button is clicked yet. That way that it kind of widens out here. All right, so then we're gonna take this and kind of push it down. If you wanna push it until you have both of them clicked, and we're good to go. All right, next step. All right, so what you're supposed to do, you're actually supposed to put this hip loop on first. It would have been easier. I just moved it over the top and brought it down. So now we're actually gonna do it a step behind, and we're gonna connect it right here.
We followed your instructions.
All right, now that we've moved on from that step, we are gonna slide the robe over the body now. All right, now it's time to get his robe. We're gonna do this. 2 people are gonna work on this. And we're just gonna slide it down to where it looks something like that. All right, and so once you get his outfit on, and we kind of had to mess with it just to get all of his felt and all that good stuff down to make sure he looked right. Now you're gonna go up each arm. You're gonna starting with your left and then your right. You're just gonna work them up and go ahead and connect both of those. All right, so what you're gonna do, I went ahead and started because I needed 2 hands. You wanna go ahead and actually go from the top. Usually you would kind of go up the sleeve with this part here that's gonna connect. In this case, you run the hand down. You do it kind of the opposite. and you're gonna see a connector here. We're gonna go ahead and connect to that. All right, and now just down the opposite side, the same thing. And I like to straighten his arm out. It seems like it was easier on this one just by straightening it. And again, I'm just gonna find this part in here and I'm just going to connect this to that. So I'm gonna do that real quick.
I don't know how you did that. Yeah.
All right, the next step here is we are going to take his hand and basically, we've already done it. We've already opened this up to where he can hold the bag. And then you're gonna take that burlap sack and you're gonna go ahead and wrap it around the fingers so it'll hold it up in the air. The good thing about this is he has both flexible arms and he has flexible fingers, which is really awesome. All right, so right here you'll see this is just being held by just these fingers. Basically inside the fingers, it's like a latex on the outside, but there's like a piece of really heavy metal, but you know, bendable wire type of metal, like really thick wire type of metal. And I just have his thumb on one side, just like I would hold it, and it actually fits very well with his outfit and everything. So it's really awesome. All right, next step, it is asking for us to go ahead and put on his head and connect his wires. All right, here's another look at the head. I have connected his wires, and then you're going to see right in here, it's a little tough to get on camera, but you're going to see where we're going to connect it right there, and then he will have a head. So I'm going to go ahead and do that real quick. There you go. So now his head is in place, and I'm going to take these excess wires and just kind of push them right back into his outfit. It doesn't really matter. It's going to end up being covered by his head anyway. With that being said, the next step is going to be to take that Velcro and pull up his head, pull up his hood, and he should have some Velcro on the inside, which you're going to see right here, and they're just going to connect to the top. And he is a creepy looking dude. That is awesome. That's really cool. Looks like an evil Santa Claus.
Ho, ho, ho!
All right, just to show you a little progress, we got both hands kind of set up. We're kind of modeling it after the box a little bit as far as his hand, trying to see if it matches. And his face, his head, his hood is on. We kind of had to do some outfit adjusting just to make it look a little better. And now we're going to move on to the next step. Next step is going to be to add his rope or his rope belt. And get it tied right here in the center. That's going to take 2 hands, so I'll be right back. All right, guys, when you're all done, you just have to add the adapter to the back. See kind of how he looks. See his movements. I'll tell you, my most disappointing is really his shoulders. His shoulders have a really squared out look, very boxy. When you look at him kind of from the side, he is extremely flat. Has a little bit of a back, but his front is just non-existent. You look at the box, he looks more rounded. Looks like he has a little bit more shape. He does have the eyes, that's good. But yeah, overall, I mean, he's a budget prop. He's not like the coolest thing in the world, but definitely a decent addition to the collection, especially when you get something like this for the holidays. So let's go ahead and show you some demos.
My master awaits. Must get flesh. Must get souls. You look like you would be a perfect addition to our harvest feast. Your flesh will be the great evil. Your soul will quench its thirst. Come, join the army in the shadows, or you will become our prey. You look like you would be a perfect addition to our harvest feast.
Don't forget to subscribe.